So before I start, there's one question I want to ask the audience. Does anyone know, besides the overview, my question was, does anyone know what Khoombi is?
Mushroom.
Mushroom, thank you. And does anyone know the alternate name to this? Jungli Gosht, surprisingly enough. So basically, Project Khoombi is a micro-level attempt to revive community farming in the mushroom sector, so that Pakistan's small community farming takes a leap start and actually starts to fulfill a local demand and an international demand. Slide please. Okay, so the market need. We started off with the fact that we're all foodies. We love food. Karachi, I'm here. I'm gonna go partying tonight and definitely have myself a good food. Enjoy myself. Lahore, Faisalabad, Multan, Peshawar. We're a bunch of foodies and we love food. But there's been a recent change. We can see that there's an increasing trend of Western cuisines. So since we're based out of Lahore, some of our primary research is going to come from there, but it's applicable generally overall. There were 5 new restaurants opened on MM Island, Lahore's most premier sort of eatery, in July 2010 alone. We have 15 to 20 new ventures that open across a variety of places in Lahore. Faisalabad has a dedicated Italian restaurant, okay, Dynasty. They serve nothing but pure Italian food. And I'm going to put this all together. They all use mushrooms, okay? We love pizza, we love steaks, we love all of these things, and we need this. So what are we doing? We're going to cater to the mushroom. So the average restaurant consumes around 4 to 5 kilos of mushrooms every month. And this is just an average small-scale restaurant. Some of the dedicated ones probably consume more. So Chinese, all of these other places. So again, what happens is that what is available currently right now is a 115 rupees to about an 85 rupee tin, 100 grams of usable mushroom, dipped in a lot of preservatives. And we're talking some fairly nasty stuff. And it comes from China. So no offense to China, just comes from China. So basically what we try to do is that since it's so expensive, it increases the price of everything. So what should be an affordable protein alternative source should be something healthy, good for you, doesn't exactly come cheap. So what Khoombi plans to do is that we plan to supply mushrooms at a cost of rupees 530 per kilogram. Per kilogram. In the tin can, it costs only 115 rupees and you only have 100 grams of usable mushroom. So what we plan to do is that we're going to cater to this need. Slide, please. Okay, so customers. We're looking at, again, B2B customers and B2C. So we're linking this with the concept of a brand. We're going to actually brand mushrooms. Something that Shakarganj has done with sugar. I guess if everyone had tea today, they were one of the first companies to actually take sugar, which is generally available unprocessed, put a brand on it, and actually salt, same thing. Why can't we do this with vegetables? No one knows, but we're going to take the first step. So again, household consumer and B2B markets. So our competitors, again, Chinese imports, there's not a lot of them available. There's one generic brand that's coming in. And then on top of that, there are very few local competitors, all of them regionalized, and they're producing less than 1,000 kilograms of mushrooms every year. We plan to produce a lot more than that. Within the first year, we plan to capture 26% of this market, and 74% comes from the remainder. We've taken a target market size of about 43,800 kilograms. Slide, please. Okay, so our solution versus the competition. What Khoombi will do is provide fresh and high-quality mushrooms in comparison to what we have as canned mushrooms containing a lot of preservatives. Low cost and readily available. I mean, we're talking instantaneously available. It's going to be all locally sourced. There's nothing being imported, nothing. Within 2 days, I can have you 10 kilograms of fresh mushrooms if you want. And again, in comparison, the expensive imports that are coming in, and it's depending on the availability of stocks. If it's in, it's not in, there's an issue. Again, so now we move on to the social aspect of this, and I will explain the process later and how we plan to do this. It's going to create employment and it's helping the local economy. We're looking at the farmers, people that have traditionally been marginalized because of the ways large economies of scale work. And the fact that the Chinese imports are imported and they use up foreign reserves when buying that. Slide, please. Okay, so the process. We start off with the farmer here, okay? And the beauty of mushroom farming is you don't need a lot of space. I could set up a mushroom farm, basically in a space ranging from here to here and about a shelf this high. That's it. That's all the space I need. It can be made out of mud, with something which is traditionally very available on, in a farmer's area. If I want, I can set it up out of wood. I can set it out of metal. It's up to the farmer. Okay? They set it up. They get some spawn. The spawn comes from Pakistan Agriculture Council and National Agriculture Research Council. Both of these agencies have said that we will provide you with certified spawn that is not poisonous. It's their process to ensure that there will be no poisonous spawn. You get a polythene bag, and it's all organically grown. So compost, all of these things are available on the farm. You grab some compost, you get a polythene bag, you leave it in there, moisturize it, you put the spawn in it, and you leave it. I don't have to come back and look at it for the next 2 months. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't take up any time of the farmer. All they have to do is walk in maybe once in a week, check to see whether something's been growing, the moisture is right, the temperature is right. The fact that they're sitting in temperature-controlled houses, the mud houses are naturally known to be doing this, and if it's built out of mud, the shelves, it automatically regulates the temperature. So I don't have to set up a chiller, I don't have to set up an expensive irrigation system, I don't have to do anything. It's growing right in my backyard, and I don't have to worry about it. So what we do is that once the mushrooms have started growing, quality control again is an important part. Again, Pakistan Agriculture Research Center and National Agriculture Research Center, all of them have dedicated people. They said that we're willing to invest people, we're willing to invest time, and we will make sure that your mushrooms are growing properly. In this same time, we're also training the farmers. It takes about 3 to 4 days to train one farmer. So it's not even a very long, extensive process where there's constant supervision. It's a very hands-off approach. So, moving on, we buy the mushrooms. We're Project Khoombi, so we give them the ability. So what we do is we buy the mushrooms from the farmers, process them, package them. PVC, plastic bags, cheap, affordable, easily available. Put a sticker on them, brand them, and we send them out to our customers. Slide, please. Okay, so just looking at the cost right now, generally what's available in the market are 2 types, button and oyster mushrooms. Button mushrooms cost farmers around 175 rupees per kilo. And the purchase price, we're giving them a 50% margin on that. So we're trying to help them out in the best ever way possible. We're giving them added value. We will buy at 263. Oyster mushrooms cost around 75 kilos to produce, 75 rupees to produce per kilo. We will buy them at 130. We're giving a 50% margin straight away to the farmer. He's already looking to improve himself, he's knowing that. So, and a farmer can, as I later explained, a farmer can earn up to 3,000 rupees just from one setup every month. And considering that minimum wage is barely 7,000 rupees, I've already incremented his income by more than 50%. Okay? And moving on, the potential to manufacture, the potential to supply, to fix supply and demand is impressive because it doesn't take up a lot of space. I mean, it's right there. I can set up another stand, I can set up another stand, and each stand can produce up to 400 kilograms worth of mushrooms. So I can triple my capacity in less than 2 weeks. Slide, please. Okay, financial projections. Again, in the first year, we have around 5.5 million rupees worth of revenues being generated, gross profit around 2 lakh rupees, net income is about 1.2 million. The investment needed is 3 lakh rupees, and this is primarily the marketing, the branding, the awareness that we need to create. A lot of that is within that area. Otherwise, everything else is being provided by the farmer. All we need to do is set up a processing plant, and it's not even a plant, frankly speaking. It's a small area, small piece of land where we can store the mushrooms for, and then just move them out through transportation quickly. And since it's based out of the suburbs of Lahore, there's no transportation costs, there's no excessive transportation costs, there's no need to chill, there's no need to excessively process. It's going to be absolutely fresh. So year 2 again, the financials speak for themselves. 7 million rupees, gross profit of 3.5. 1.6 net income, and investment needed again. This decreases because we've created the awareness, we've already got some customers on board. We spoke to Macro, we spoke to Metro, both of them have said that they're very interested in fresh products, and they're especially looking for locally sourced products. So we already have 2 customers. Pizza Hut has said that, we're sort of getting fed up of the inavailability of mushrooms that are available, through the tin imports. If you can provide us fresh, we're willing to give you a go. How about, trial month, trial phase type of thing. And basically, our total fixed costs are 692,000 rupees, and out of this, we're going to supply almost 11,000 kilograms worth of mushrooms into the market. We just need to sell 2,631 to break even. That is how profitable this venture is.